Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-bum.
All right, here we go.
What? Some kind of Plants vs. Zombies?
What is this? What is this, some kind of pop
Yeesh.
cap?
So plants are killing zombies? Hey, what kind of garden warfare is this?
What kind of garden defender is this? Imagine it was just only just... What? You have the option to...
Yes, but I recommend we don't.
Okay, okay. Ah, simple, simple. Bam. Oh, there's a fast forward, yes!
Oh yeah, I forgot about the fast forward. So yeah, we're gonna get through this easy freezy lemon squeezy, brother.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, 8 P's for a base for a brown coat. Yes, you know. We're gonna have to learn a lot of terminology. This is our basic zombie. The basic type are all called basics, but to specify, the one with no added helmet is called a brown coat.
Drown coat, okay.
Brown coat, not drown coat.
Oh, but wait, but they're all brown coats.
Yes, but the ones with no helmets and no special things.
Oh,
so what
okay.
I'd recommend is that, okay, so instead of the first lane, sunflowers are cheaper than attackers, and they typically recharge very fast. So it's recommended to have them used as defense. So putting them on like the 3rd or 4th row
Really?
is always good. Yeah, it's recommended.
Okay.
This is the real Plants vs. Zombies tech.
All right.
So typically we PvZ heads. Typically, what you want to do is to double. Okay, no, say it.
You were saying we. I was gonna make a French poke, and then I was gonna say, hey, you're doing the split peas from for the French peas from VeggieTales.
But yeah, basically, double rowing is very good. So like having 2 rows of sun producers are great. So you can have like the back line. So in this level, for example, have the back line and the front line.
Why not?
Okay, and now lane 2 and 4 you fill with pea shooters. And if we have enough sun, lane 5.
With pea shooters, I assume?
Yes. I mean, you already have a good sun good sun economy going. Like only if something scary comes out of the way, that's when you put a sunflower in front of it as defense.
Oh damn! I predicted that shit.
So this man, the one you just annihilated, is a flag zombie.
Yep.
Flag zombies have the same amount of health as a brown coat, but they have the added benefit of being faster.
Yeah.
Like not to the level of like a angry newspaper or an all-star, but very much faster than your normal zombie.
All right.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Strategic, ain't ya? Basically, try to stall for as long as you can.
Yeah.
Basically, build up as much sun as you can, and then start attacking. In PvZ1, zombies have, basically, how they're programmed. The next zombie doesn't start coming until after you make a certain amount of, after you do a certain amount of damage.
Alright.
So for example, for now, I'd say put 1 more sunflower top, and then go for the pea shooter.
Okay,
Well, I was thinking more 4th row, but yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I did not actually know that. Okay, cool. That's good to know.
Oh, brother, this game, there's some complexity that comes to this. If you want to play Plants vs. Zombies, you better be ready to die for this shit, boy. But yeah, basically. Something else I'm going to let you know. When a lawnmower is activated, zombies cannot spawn in that lane for the next 2 waves. Not flags, waves. So wave is each time a group of zombies pops up on screen. For example, we've had 3 waves. 1 zombie, 2 zombie.
Okay.
If a lawnmower gets used up, you have those 2 lanes of grace. Yeah, brown coats have 200 HP, and each P does 20 damage. No, wait, I think it's 190 HP. I remember they got rebalanced between 1 and 2.
I'm confident with this.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. That's enough to, like...
I mean, this is how I took care of it. Regular plants versus zombies, like.
Now use a cherry bomb to assert dominance.
True.
And here you have Walnut, affectionately known by parts of the community as Johnny.
Hello, Johnny.
Johnny is a cheap wall. It can stall a single zombie for up to 40 seconds. Because a zombie does 40 damage per bite, and walnuts have 4,000 HP.
Alrighty.
I think that was the math. I don't remember exactly. Hello, Diz. We're playing Plants vs. Zombies mods.
Man, I'll wait for the remake. It still shocks me that to this day, Plants vs. Zombies 3 was so bad they had to remake the first one.
Exactly.
I bet a lot of people watching that direct didn't even know there was a number 3.
Yeah, me included.
It's been in and out of beta so many times, it genuinely doesn't matter. So Isaac, what I recommend when building your economy at the start of the level, instead of planting pea shooters, like when the zombies around, like a single pea shooter can take out a brown coat in around 4 tiles. So basically, instead of putting, like, basically try to put in as many sunflowers as you can, then put a walnut so that they get stalled for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So for example, that cone head, you could put a walnut there and start putting more more sunflowers before putting more pea shooters. So you remember that tip about some producers being put at the front line?
Yeah.
Next level is walnut bowling. So the level after that, try putting the pea shooters in lanes 1 and 2, and the sunflowers in lanes 3 and 4.
Okay.
If you need more damage, then you can start replacing sunflowers, because, like, remember last level, you had like 750 sun by the end of the level?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you start replacing those sunflowers on the 3rd one, and putting down more pea shooters, and then more sunflowers on the 5th one. You know, just gradually placing your defense. So everything just gets pushed forward a little bit.
Alright.
You saw how fast that flag zombie was?
Yeah.
Exactly. What was that biting sound? Did the zombies just eat a walnut?
No, that was me. That was me. I'm eating popcorn.
I know. I love you, Shovel. Dave guy is insane. It's like he's some kind of crazy Dave. Wait a second. Say that again. Hello, Loonboon. Okay, so what I can recommend to make sure that you don't run out of walnuts and the zombies don't overtake you, let the conveyor run for a little bit. Basically, let the zombies get close. Since the walnuts are insta-kills, basically, you can even speed it up. Like, just let the conveyor fill up for a second, because the game isn't going to send more zombies until you spend more of those walnuts.
Really?
Basically, when that top zombie dies, it'll like signal the game that you can start sending more. And it's better for you to have more zombies on screen because it means that the walnuts can bounce more.
Oh, they resprayed the Explodo Nut?
Yeah, man, Explodo Nut got a new visual. Don't know about giant walnut though.
I forgot about giant walnut, man.
I mean, it's only in the second version of walnut bowling.
Homie said.
So I say save your exploder nuts for later.
Yeah, homie said brown cuts. I didn't know I was talking to a Plants vs. Zombie expert, and he immediately loses them.
I mean, it was better to use a walnut in that scenario because they bounce and do damage. You could have taken out like 3 zombies with a single walnut.
Okay.
Fire that one there, and it'll bounce and it'll hit a bunch. Okay, 2. Probably you got 2. And now just start firing walnuts.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay, guys.
And potato mine.
Bum, bum.
Welcome to the team, potato mine.
I'm just waiting for the remake. I'll just wait. I'm just gonna peek. Anyway, all right, Isaac, stop playing.
What? Why?
It's time.
For what?
Eden's Garden.
Dude, who cares about Eden's Garden? Its devlog was a nothing burger.
It doesn't. We still got to do it for the content.
What content? There's nothing there.
Again, even
There's
then, we still have to do the
Thank you,
chapter
son.
1 discussion. Either way.
So put that potato mine around lane 2 and start building up sunflowers around. Like just leave that third column empty and there. Just keep putting down sunflowers. By the time that zombie gets killed by the potato mine, you'll probably have a full setup of sunflowers.
Oh hell yeah.
Plants vs. Zombies.
Isaac, no, stop putting them on lane 1. It's not good to put them in lane 1.
Okay, where do I put it?
Unshovel that motherfucker now. Lane 4, lane 4.
Lane 4, okay.
Exactly. And you can put a walnut in lane 5 to stop that brown coat. Basically put it there and start building things around. So start putting down pea shooters. I was thinking more on the top one so that it got damaged. Like, the walnut's gonna be there for a good while.
I know, I just want to save my walnut.
They're
He
saying
is
you want to save your nut.
Oh, careful. Careful, Diz. Don't say that. You might just get in trouble with another Discord server.
Yeah.
You can keep putting sunflowers in the middle row if you want, Isaac.
Yep. Oh no.
Oh, so much sun. You can use a potato mine or a walnut to stop him. Basically, just stop him ahead of time and then get him. Like, he is a lot faster when he's running.
Yeah, I knew that.
So it's just easier to put something cheap in front of him so that he'll jump. So he'll waste his jump. And you can just leave the potato mine there. For example, that cone head is gonna get destroyed by that potato mine. Just keep putting pea shooters in the other 2. Die, motherfucker.
I predicted
Like, for example,
that.
put a potato mine at like lane 3 or something.
Alright.
Okay, maybe remember to take speed off at the final wave. Now, cherry bomb him. Now!
Oh. Oh. You
Isaac, don't forget you have cherry bomb. That always is good damage.
Yeah.
So one thing I recommend, you don't have to put in multiple rows of snow peas. Since snow pea has so low damage, like it does the same amount of damage as a pea shooter. It only has a chill effect, but it can only chill 1 zombie at a time. So basically, you put down 1 row of snow peas, and the rest can be pea shooters.
Okay.
So this is what we're doing. We're just gonna go over Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah, it's the meta, man.
I just want to be known. I can't stand either one of y'all.
Dude, if it was a fun, like, interesting devlog, it would be badass.
It's again. It's not just the devlog.
What else is there? There's nothing there, man.
We still have to do the chapter 1 discussion. We never did the chapter 1 discussion.
Okay, then let's do the chapter 1 discussion right now.
Yeah, we'll do it with Plants vs. Zombies gameplay in the background. I'll even speed it up for the Zoomers.
If anything, we should have the devlog on mute. Wait, does that have subtitles?
Why do we want the damn devlog?
So they're not staring at you playing Plants vs. Zombies.
But it's fun. Who cares?
I care. This is going up on my channel.
You have a channel.
Oh yeah.
You do. Who else?
Even then, I would rather do something like oh, what was the one that Isaac told me about like last week? Hold on. Let's scroll up. Hold on.
Isaac, you kind of sold there. You ruined the symmetry. You need to kill yourself now.
You're right. I got it.
Was it? Was it the other channel? Hold on.
We had this. If you want, we can talk about Eden's Garden Chapter 1.
Yeah, we can talk about Eden's Garden. Just pretend the Plants vs. Zombies ain't there.
Oh my god. I would have stuffed my face full of popcorn. Even then, I would rather, if we're not going to do that, I would rather watch Antebellum than watch someone else play Plants vs. Zombies.
It's a mod, by the way, so if that helps.
It really doesn't, no.
Alright, I guess.
Like, what can I say about Eden's Garden? Like, for the most part, I do think it's a really good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are we recording right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we are? Oh.
I mean, we didn't even think you were gonna show up, man.
No, I was busy because they were yapping.
Isaac, you can put the potato mine. You put it too far back. You need to have the pole vaulter just basically waste its entire jump.
Okay.
Mow down, mow down. And remember, Isaac, cherry bombs aren't just as great finishers. You can use them to get rid of large hordes. Like right there, you can get rid of those two. It's a 3x3 area. But back to Eden's Garden. Basically, for the most part, I think that Eden's Garden is a good fan game. Absolutely. The only issue I've really seen is how
you could argue that it's the best fan game, considering there's only what FBRA as like actual games.
I mean, there are multiple as actual games, but Eden's Garden has like I'd say it's
actual budget
bigger. That's the thing. A lot of them, you know, a lot of fan games don't have the capacity. Like, if you check the biggest fan games and the ones that have, like, the biggest stuff behind them, it's typically the same small group of people. Sweden and certain writers and certain voice actors, things like that. But there's a lot of fan games and fan series that are really good that don't get as much attention. There's probably a lot of people that found out about fan games by Eden's Garden. But, like, compared to us, who, you know, we look for the very smaller and niche ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't name any off the top of my head right now, but we played a lot of, like, smaller fan games with small servers and stuff. And one thing I can say about Eden's Garden is that it's very big, it's very grand. And that's kind of a good point, but also a detriment, I think. Like, something I don't really like with Eden's Garden is that it seems kind of pretentious. The way it presents itself, the way its fans talk about it, the way the team talk about it, it's like they don't want to have the Danganronpa name associated with them, but they still want it to make a killing game.
Yeah.
So in their head, it's like they say, "Oh, we're not like every other killing game. We're different," and stuff like that.
Yeah, the only thing that you're not using is the damn title of Danganronpa.
Like, it's very much the fact that they keep the entire Danganronpa formula, but changing a couple key characteristics, and it's like, oh, we're not affiliating Danganronpa in any way, shape, or form.
Can you pause it real quick?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Can you turn off just the sound effects? You can keep the music.
Okay.
If anything, can you turn down the music a little bit?
Okay.
No. Keep music low and then get rid of sound effects.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Thank you,
yeah.
Laura Shigihara, my beloved.
That works. That works.
Yeah, back to my previous point. Basically, the issue is that they keep the trials, the ultimate system, the 16 students, the mascot, the executions, the kills, everything about Danganronpa to its bare essentials, but they just swap out characters and the background. And essentially it gets treated like an entirely new thing, like a never before seen concept. And of course, I'm not going to say Danganronpa is the most original thing in the world. Like, Battle Royale already did it.
Yeah.
Like, everything is an iteration of something previous. Killing games are not, like, a new thing.
Yeah, they've been there before, and they will be there long after.
Exactly. Now, the thing is, like, exactly, it's with that. It's the fact that it's, like, an inability. Isaac, start building sunflowers on column 4.
I know.
It's basically an inability to wear your heart on your sleeve. It's like trying to hold up that mask of pretentiousness of like, oh, we're not like other fangans, we're different.
Yeah, I was definitely feeling that way before, when they were doing trailers and interviews before Chapter 1 drop. It did come off, especially how they kept reiterating, like, we're not like Danganronpa, we're not gonna have a double death in Chapter 3. Yeah, I definitely
Like,
felt
oh
that.
wow, you're just gonna break a single rule that the game's had, and all of a sudden you're a new thing. It's like, I'm not calling it a ripoff. I think that Eden's Garden is absolutely a great game, and I respect everyone on the team immensely for being able to bring something like that to life, especially when it's a fan game, considering the fact that as a fan game, you're not receiving any kind of monetary compensation for it. It's purely your effort and love for the series that makes this possible. And it's the same kind of criticism I have with Linus. Like, I do not think Linus is the best writer, but he is absolutely someone I respect because of everything he did for the SDRA series. He wrote, he made art, he made executions, animations, like, he made a lot of things. Yes, in the end, a lot of aspects from that package aren't the best, but you can put a potato mine in Lane 5, and the chill is going to make sure that the mine is armed. Okay, so basically, that's what I'm saying. It's the fact that these certain aspects get kind of overshadowed because of it. I feel like it's kind of a death of neutrality, but I know it's a bit of a philosophical tangent to go on when discussing Danganronpa fan games, but it's the issue of you either have to love something or you have to hate it. You're not allowed to be ambivalent or mixed on something. You have to be, to put it in young terms, you have to be glazing or you have to be hating.
As a young person, I understand what you mean now.
Thank you, young person.
Thank you, young person.
Isaac, cherry bomb.
Alrighty.
Blow up the cone head in the bucket. There we go.
I didn't
easy.
realize there was only one thing. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, dude, it's World 1. Obviously, it's gonna be the easiest one. Don't worry, when you get to Moon and Forest, you will be brutally ripped a new one.
Oh boy.
You will get DP'd. But yeah, like I said, I totally know how you feel when we talk about the pretentiousness. But if we're gonna talk about like the actual game, I gotta say, it's nice having a fan game with an actual budget behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like, I wouldn't say it's a budget. Like, just saying, oh, if you have money, everything's gonna come out good it's a bad faith take.
No.
It's like saying, oh yeah, Concord was a good game because they spent $20 billion on it.
Yeah, no.
No, that's not what I'm. Isaac, do you even know what a hold on. Isaac, do you even know what a Concord is?
Yeah, it was that very shitty Overwatch ripoff.
All right, buddy. Yeah,
You're good.
right.
But basically, Diz, what I mean, I think the better word wouldn't be budget, instead of something like polish. Like
I feel like I would still say budget because it's not necessarily because it's not necessarily because they have more money, it's better. It's more so like you can tell. I'm not saying that no fan game has no effort put in it, but when you compare Eden's Garden to its contemporaries, if I can use a big boy word, you can tell there's a difference. There's a very obvious difference.
No, absolutely. Like, I get that part, but that's why I'm saying budget isn't the right word. Like, I get what you're going for, that it has a clear effort of going above and beyond. You know, and I don't mean to disrespect fan games. Fan games can be incredible, but it's also the fact that fan games aren't held to the same kind of quality assurance that, you know, regular games do. It's the fact that Eden's Garden holds up with a great level of quality despite being a fan game. I think the better word would be effort. Like, I think every fan game takes effort, even just a written one, because you're absolutely putting, like, a lot into making this a reality. But I'd say that for the most part, when it comes to Eden's Garden itself, just saying budget doesn't feel right. Like, I'd say polish is the word I'm using, because it feels very, very much with what it's going for. Like, it aims high and it tries to hit those marks. With the fact that it has, you know, 3D models, voice acting for an entire trial,
Original
who knows
music.
how many sprites for original music, who knows how many sprites for the characters, and so on and so forth. Isaac, you can start replacing that third lane of sunflowers with pea shooters.
Okay.
So instead of getting rid of them all, you can get rid of one where there's the biggest, like on the second lane, get rid of that one, replace it with a pea shooter, so that the others are still producing while the pea shooter recharges. That's some strategy for you, boy. So basically, that's why I'd say, and of course, I know that you want actual discussion of the chapter, but this is like a prelude to that, you know, just to set it up, to know how we feel about the thing as a whole. So I absolutely do admire the work done by the Eden's Garden team, Isaac, the pea shooters. So I absolutely do admire the work. No, but I mean, just keep replacing them, so you don't have to get more. This isn't a game where a single zombie screws you over. It's one where it's death by 1,000 cuts, Isaac.
Okay.
So yeah, basically, it's something I absolutely admire. It's a game I think is really good, but I also see certain flaws in it. Certain flaws that even the same Danganronpa series makes. So basically, do you want us to start with discussion of Chapter 1 itself?
Yeah.
Or do we do a little more background?
A tiny bit more background. We already have stuff up from the I'm pretty sure we have stuff up from the prologue, right?
Yeah. What can we say about the prologue? Really solid, great presentation for everything.
28
For 28, the fact that a Danganronpa made a trial in its prologue, unheard of, never before seen, and now I've seen a lot of projects do that too. You know, I'm not saying it's like, I'm not saying imitate. I think saying imitation is the sincerest form of flattery is kind of empty. I'd say it's great that it's allowing innovation. Because the thing with a series like Danganronpa, it's why these tropes are such a cage to its creators. The fact that creators are forced to follow these exact same tropes or else people won't be interested is kind of something that harms the reputation and the ability of creators to stray from that. So, like, obviously, you're forced to make a double murder, or you have to do, like, oh, you have to do a double murder, or you have to have the mastermind be one of the cast, or you have to have this or that happen. And those certain things can be really harmful when you want to make a game, because people instead start seeing it as, oh, why do you make this fan game like this instead of like that? And it kind of ruins a lot of what makes a person interested in making this in the first place, and that's the love for the series. So really, when it comes to that, I'd say that, I think... Okay, sideline, Isaac, that is way too early for a chomper. like, locked and loaded level, conveyor belt levels give you a lot of plants. That chomper should be at least in like, lane 7 or 6.
Okay.
Like, that is way too back. Like, if you want to make space, start putting walnuts on lane 8 or something. Like 7 or 8. And then start filling up space. A bit too far. Like, two tiles behind that.
Oh.
But that's good. Behind that walnut, you can start putting chompers.
Okay.
So, like, let that brown coat get killed by the potato line and start filling up those rows. You know, make sure that everyone has a snow pea.
Yep.
So yeah, as I was saying, you know, great. Eden's Garden prologue proved that you can do more with the formula and still be, like, successful. because I've seen a lot of fangams try to, be different, make something that isn't what people are used to, and for one reason or another, that doesn't get treated with the respect that you'd expect from it. Basically,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of creators have their stories be disrespected, or like, oh, this isn't like other fangams, this is different, this is actually good. It's a complete disrespect of the fan games and the series that it is inspired by. Isaac, get rid of those potato mines.
Okay.
And that wayward chomper. But yeah, you go ahead, Diz.
You think I expect these man and woman children that are the Danganronpa fans to actually have some respect for these fan games?
Respect for the main series. What do you think they'll have respect for fan games? Like it's...
No. Do you see Weeby's community?
Absolutely, they are embarrassing.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go on.
But yeah, like it's even the fact that the community is incredibly disrespectful of the Danganronpa name itself. It's like people look at Danganronpa and it's like, oh yeah, Danganronpa is ass. It's horrible. Don't ask us Danganronpa games what we like because we hate it. And it's like Danganronpa has its flaws. Absolutely. That is something I completely understand. Like, there are a lot of things that me personally I'd like to do to Danganronpa, to make it better. But it's because I love the series that I'd want to make my own iteration of it. Like, that's the inspiration that comes with a lot of fan games. It's not like any resentment towards the series itself, it's instead love for it. But a lot of people don't get that. So, with Eden's Garden, I think it's absolutely something that it takes from Danganronpa because it loves the series. But it also has like a bit of an identity problem where it tries to distance itself from it. It's like going, oh, we're not like Danganronpa, okay? Okay, Isaac, that's not great because puff shrooms have horrible range. In the night levels, it's like the sunflower placement is good, but the puff shroom is way too back. Like if anything, start putting them at like column 4 or 5.
Yeah, I was only doing this because of the whole like waiting to
Stall?
like the stall type thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I don't have sunshroom yet, so I have to micromanage. See, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
and sun doesn't fall from the sky during these levels.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, keep up with that lane.
You don't say that sun doesn't fall in the night levels.
Hey man, you never know. There's people who don't know about this game, and they don't know that sun stops being
it's
mechanic.
almost 10 years old, man.
the 3 people that are gonna watch this video.
Hey man, you never know. So what you can since puff rooms have such a short recharge, basically you should always be planting stuff. Like puff room is free, so always keep planting it.
Okay.
You can. It reloads very quickly, so you can always have it off recharge. Like plant one, wait the 5 seconds, plant it again. Is it 5 seconds or 10? I don't remember. Like I always mix it up because I'm used to modding in 2, not the first one. You can put a walnut where the sunflowers are and puff room behind it.
Yeah, wait.
Because he's already in that 3 tile. Walnut, closest zombie to the house. Because that way, because puff rooms have very slow range, and they do about as much damage as a pea shooter.
Okay.
But yeah, basically going back to that previous point, it's kind of why I don't like to associate with the Eden's Garden community, because I try to have discussions about it, or talk about what the characters do, and people they're unable to compromise. They are either one way or the other. Like, it's either you love this character and everything about them, or you hate this character and everything about them.
I was gonna say, like, what? Do they hate the game? Why would they be in a Discord server of a game that they hate?
Oh, no. It's more the opposite. It's about individual things about it.
Yeah, I got you.
But basically, you first.
Aren't they kind of like racist, and that's why they shut down the Discord?
I don't remember exactly what the drama was, but I do know that they had to pivot and make everything part of the... Isaac, you can replace those 2 puff rooms with sunflowers, and then keep putting more puff rooms at the front. But basically the issue had been, like, people, like, moderators were power tripping People are getting doxxed. It was a horrible experience
Oh
all around for
my
everyone.
gosh! Imagine
Like,
getting docked in a fan game server.
Yeah, that
I'd get off the internet forever.
But yeah, 'cause
literally, bro.
I would hit a swanton bomb right out to my driveway from the roof of my house.
But yeah, it's basically like the biggest issue. So they have to make it an exclusively forum thing because they couldn't keep people in control.
Price of popularity, I guess.
Yeah, that's the price of popularity. It's a big community by people who are used to small communities. They don't know how to handle it. They got overwhelmed. So basically, yeah, that's like the biggest issue I have with Eden's Garden. Not with the thing, like, I don't want to call it product because it kind of feeds into that idea that everything has to be a product. I'd say more like the game, the story. Like, I don't have any issues with with like the thing itself. It's mostly with factors outside of it. How it gets
Okay,
advertised, how people speak about it, those kinds of things.
real quick, I got a summary off of the Project Eden's Garden wiki. Okay, I'll do my reading voice.
Hmm.
So eventually, February Frenzy was an event on the PG Discord server where characters could be voted in a tournament style to determine which character was that was the first mistake there. Why was it a tournament style? Initially, Winona and Lucy's voice actors wanted people to vote for them, so they started collaborating, doing some harmless, fun things as a reward for people to voting for them. They were reading fan fictions of their two characters. Okay.
Oh
And
my god.
is that a thing? Ulysses and Winona, is that a thing?
I do not know. I do know I had a video of Winona and what's gamer girl called again? Cassidy. It was Winona and Cassidy. It was
Let's say, I swear the only two, because didn't they used to share the room and then they no, that was Winona and Amber, right? That shared the room, right?
yeah.
No,
But
oh,
basically,
then
Cassidy
Winona
is Amber.
and what? Yeah, didn't they end up sharing the room? Winona and Ulysses, right?
Yeah. But basically, the
Is that
original
it?
thing.
I swear that's the only time I ever remember them interacting.
Yeah. But basically, it was Cassidy and Winona and like a school fanfic. That's the only video I remember of that.
Okay, they were reading fanfics of their two characters and overall just adhering to the people who were already their fans. That's perfectly fine. Then Cassidy's voice actor goes up against Kai, and she has everyone to vote for her because then she would organize events for everyone. More things like the PGA class playing a Monokiss character in live stream again. Now, naturally, everyone was on board for this because it meant that all the fans of any character would be able to benefit from this. The problem was that while Winona and Ulysses advertised and incentivized their own particular pool of fans, Cassidy tried to adhere to everyone. So people were voting not because they wanted their most liked character to win, but because of the rewards that the voice actors were putting in place. What started out really harmless, ended up being quite controversial. Cassidy did end up losing, but then a lot of people took off the arm against Kai fans because everyone who liked a character more than him essentially lost the opportunity to see more live streams and events with other characters. Cassidy's VA did end up making a statement about how it was all her fault and she sincerely apologized. It doesn't help that most of the moderators who were supposed to be unbiased in this were clearly supporting Cassidy's VAs and told her she didn't have to apologize. Apparently, the mod team, the allegedly biased, unprofessional ones I mentioned before, were speaking ill of the game of the general fan base. You can read more about it here. They posted a Google Doc. Now, because of all this toxicity, combined with some other drama regarding Desmond and people being slight, this is why you can't have black people in Danganronpa. They're just racist.
Like,
I don't.
I think it was an issue with his hair, like a small issue with his hair.
That's what I remember. I remember something about something about someone being racist. That's what I heard originally. They decided just to, oh wait, sorry. Because of all the drama and the Desmond being racist, the moderators decided to hire more staff, be more unbiased, be stricter about the rules put in place for events. They decided to make the server forum only because it might as well be deleted because it's no longer the cornerstone of fanbase anymore. And now everyone's scattered. You can read more about the changes here. Overall, the situation is a terrible response to an already terrible situation. But as you can see, I try to be unbiased in my response, but I can't help but agree that the response to essentially end the Discord is foolish. I think a lot of people will share in that sentiment. If you don't know anything about this, or even were in the Discord, you should be fine. Man, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
I told you. Like, there's more. Here's the thing. When it comes to like the worst fandoms, Danganronpa will never be mentioned because there's more degenerate fan bases like the My Little Pony community, the Loud House community.
Yeah, there's fan bases that stand out more in that aspect, but Danganronpa, like when you get into it, it is absolutely like I've met good people. I've met you guys, and I'm glad about that. But I've also met horrible people.
Hit Max.
Yeah.
Hit Max.
Well, yeah, like I said, it will never be in like even a top 10 of worst communities, but man, the Danganronpa community does suck a lot.
For sure.
Obviously, it kind of cooled down now because that's been a game in like checks watch almost 10 years at this point. Because what was V3 2017?
Yeah, 2017. Technically, we had Decadence in like 2020, 2021, but yeah.
No, that doesn't count. Stop
Yeah,
it.
I know. I'm just.
And same
For
goes for
everybody
S.
who's like, yeah, same with S.
I just keep putting down more Puffs rooms.
Okay.
But yeah,
So
that's
remember,
basically the
remember,
biggest
kids,
issue.
if you're a Danganronpa fan, you'll just instantly become racist.
See,
And
Diz used to be white, but because of playing Danganronpa, he's now black and hates white people.
Exactly. Isaac, before playing Danganronpa, wasn't calling black people slurs, but now look at him.
I was about to say, according to Iz, I'm living proof of it.
Exactly. He even admitted it.
I didn't say I
But yeah,
agree with him. I just said according to you.
All right, whatever. All right,
agree with
and
that.
I guess we can move. We can now that we're done talking about stupid Discord
right.
drama.
All right, are we gonna
Because
talk
trust me,
about? Gonna talk about chapter 1?
Yes,
So-
because if we go on any longer, I'm gonna start some dumb Discord drama in the
One in
CP
the top
server
row. Oh no, wait, not anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't think they could
because
handle it. But
chapter 1 is still not out yet.
Yeah.
I'm getting irritated.
No, chapter 2. You mean chapter 2?
No, I'm talking about CP. No, I'm talking about CP now.
Oh, Coward's Paradise. Yeah. I keep seeing updates, but it's like, brother, you've been giving us updates for the past 6 years. This shit is never coming out.
Yeah.
What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Oh yeah, but yeah, we can talk about it now.
So yeah, basically, when it comes to chapter 1, I think it's good, but it also does fall into certain common pitfalls. For example, I think chapter 1, for the most part, is really good with setting up its important characters. But, obviously, as is every game where you have such a big cast, not everyone's going to get focus immediately. Like, I don't think Jean does anything like the entire chapter. He's there, that's for sure.
Oh, you know,
But-
now that you say it out loud, you are kind of right. He is just kind of there.
Like, he's there, he doesn't do anything, but I'm sure he'll have more moments in further chapters. Like, Jean doesn't do much, Toshiko
Oh.
has like a...
Oh,
Sorry,
Like a-
you brought him up. You
Okay.
brought her up.
Obviously.
no, Isaac, no, Isaac, go to the Coward's Paradise YouTube channel and look at their last post.
Okay, hold on one sec.
But no, yeah, Toshiko has like...
Don't say anything, Beaver. Let him find it himself.
No, I was gonna keep talking about Ian's garden characters.
Yeah, go on.
So Toshiko doesn't do much. She has like a... Fuck, what was it again?
You said the Coward's
Oh, yeah.
Paradise one?
Yeah. She has
Okay.
a motive?
Okay.
So Toshiko has like an account for the trial, but that's about all she does.
Beer, did you see the newest post from the Coward's Paradise thing?
I don't remember what it was.
It
Isaac, would you
was.
like to tell him what it is?
It's one of Mitsuba.
Okay.
New Mitsuba Sprite drop, boys.
All
I know what
right,
I'm doing.
time for Diz to make his monthly PFP change.
No, I got to keep this Splatoon. I'm still waiting for more information about this game, man.
Oh yeah, Splatoon spin off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Enough about gooning to Mitsuba and Splatoon.
All good.
But yeah, a good amount of characters don't really get to do much, but that's normal. Okay, it's a big cast. My
Yeah.
main issue is with everyone else. Okay, Isaac, so instead of putting the Sunshrooms in lane 4, put them in lane 1 or 2, because something you benefit a lot from in night levels is short-range attackers. Puffshroom has a 3-tile range, and Fumeshroom has a 4-tile range.
Okay.
So there, you can put them there, and you can start moving Puffshrooms to the back.
Puff
Like
shrooms
the
to the
black.
back.
No, stop.
You mean you said
Like the-
mushrooms?
Yeah, the Sunshrooms.
Yeah, you said puff.
So instead
you
you can
said
put-
puff shrooms, so I was a
Oh,
little,
sorry.
little confused, but okay. Oh boy.
Put another Puffshroom with the second one there. And you can keep moving, some shrooms to the back. So, like, for example, lanes 3 and 4, that's where you can put the fume shrooms.
Okay.
But yeah, Diz, where'd you go?
We leave? I'm gonna restart it based on like how I would normally play the game.
All right. Yeah, don't get too obsessed with me backseat gaming.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about this.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. There we go.
Exactly. Always carrying the biggest rule of Plants vs Zombies. Always carrying in stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Calc is short for calculator, chat. But yeah, since Puffshrooms basically start with their recharge immediate, you can just start putting them down like on lane 3 or 4 and just start filling the board up with Puffshrooms.
Yeah. Ideally, what I would do in this situation, I'd fill up like 1 or 2 of these with the Sunshrooms. I'd put a lane of snow PEs. I'd put a lane of fume shrooms and a lane of shrooms, and then just keep doing shrooms.
No, that's absolutely a good idea. Do that.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I was going to recommend, since I see, like, me typically, I don't like bringing expensive plants in night levels because most of the time you're not going to be using them.
Yeah.
So me personally, I just keep it as cheap as I can.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll put let's see, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll put one here. Yeah, I did used to do like charting systems and this, and like I did stuff in my head thinking, okay, yeah, these guys can totally take out a brown code by themselves. And I start placing down fume shrooms like there. I started putting one right there.
Exactly.
And then put that there. Let me get rid of this one. I've already stalled enough.
Because Fume Shroom demonstrates how good Pierce damage is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just the fact that it has like such short range comparatively. That's why the Shroom brothers are all so good with each other. Isaac, just keep putting down sun shrooms.
That's what I'm doing.
You always need to be producing sun. You need to stay on that grind set. And if you have the sun board, just keep putting down fume shrooms. Like, at the very least, have a decent defense instead of having holes
there we
that can
go.
screw you over. For example, there you go. And up top, that puff shroom was getting bites taken out of it. Of course, it survived this time, but,
Yeah.
could be dangerous.
Okay, I'm back. They literally like, hey, Diz, are you black or no? He literally was like, are you Captain America? No. Mal was literally like, are you Captain America black or Miles Morales black? I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, are you black or black and Hispanic? I'm like, I literally had to stop myself from calling him a slur. I'm like, do you think I'm any type of Hispanic? I'm fully black. My name may be Javier, but I'm black.
You see, that's the issue with Hispanics in America. They can't admit that they're black. They have to go, me no black, papi, we no black. I'm Dominican. That's exactly how they go.
I'm sorry. They wanted to ask me that really dumb question in VC rather than just, hey man, can you answer this? Just text me, I guess.
Isaac, more puff shrooms. There's never enough puff shrooms.
I'm sorry. You said you had a problem with everyone else's characters.
It's not so much a problem with. Oh yeah, basically that point. I
You
feel
literally
that.
just said that. Don't be like it's not just. You literally just said that.
Oh no, yeah, I did say that. I think my wording just wasn't ideal. Basically, first of all, Isaac, keep putting down more goddamn mushrooms. You're pissing me the fuck off.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm confident with this light. Fine, I'll put in single mushroom
No,
there.
because they keep getting bites out of you. That's the problem. Okay, but basically, the issue is that for a chapter that's as long as it is, you don't really get into people so much. Like, at most, you get into a bit of Eva, but literally that only happens when she's about to die.
Yeah.
For example...
No, wait, hold on. I would say you're right about it really just kind of being Eva. You don't really get much about Wolfgang.
Yeah.
And I'm going back to that
But-
problem. The fact that it's an
but-
FTE
wait,
issue.
Wait, real quick. But I
Okay.
would argue that it's not just when Eva's about to die. I would argue that.
Oh, no, yeah.
I would say
I think Eva
I would say it's
Eva
pretty much starting
alongside...
off. I would say it's pretty much starting off when her true talent got released. That's when like it's really Eva focused.
Oh,
not
yeah.
not just right when she's about to die.
No, yeah, I'd say that for the most part, the people who get like the most focus are, are Eva, Damon, and Kai. Everyone else is just kind of there. Like, of course, they have lines, they're around, but they don't really do much. Isaac, instead of Snowpea for stalling, maybe it'd be good to have... No, yeah, keep Snowpea.
Yeah.
Keep Snowpea.
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
Yeah, you were talking about like put down more of shrooms because they keep getting bites of you. Usually in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, they're just going to fast, so I just keep stacking up snow piece, and you're gonna think, oh well, they only do it one at a time, so stuff are gonna come back. That's what my fume shrooms are for.
Exactly, but I mean, you saw that they were getting a bit close.
Yeah,
That's why, like,
yeah.
you have puff shrooms and they don't cost anything. Just having more is
Mhm.
always better than not having enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically what I was getting to, the issue is that you don't get too much insight on too many characters, and the biggest problem that I have with a lot of fangans is the reliance on FTEs.
Mm.
For example, did you know that the reason why Wolfgang got into law is because his mother was a defense lawyer for the innocent and the abused?
To be fair, I did know that, but I will say the only reason I did know that is because I watched a bunch of Chapter 1 reviews for this discussion, and they did bring that up.
Exactly. That's not something that the story mentions, despite it being very important to his character and to the entire chapter as is. Like, it is something vital to explaining why Wolfgang is the way he is, and it's just locked away behind an FTE. What if I personally am not a big fan of Wolfgang, and I just don't do that FTE, and I try to critique his character without doing that? Like, me personally, I feel like I can't critique a character in their entirety without knowing the most about them. Like, that's why the FTEs are there. But FTEs shouldn't be essential. They should be bonuses.
Yeah, the structure of the building should be in the main story, and if you want to add decorations, that's what the FTVs are for.
Exactly. Like, I'm not saying that you can't delve into more personal things, but for example, I think DR2 does good things with that, but also bad things. For example, an over-reliance on the FTEs made it so that DR2 had various, like, the Kazuichi that you meet from FTEs and the Kazuichi that you have in the story are two completely different people. But for example, in DR1 in Trigger Happy Havoc, the Yasuhiro that you know from FTEs is essentially the same Yasuhiro that you know in the main game. You just get a little bit more added on to his home life, the kind of ways he thinks, those things. Isaac, start putting down fume shrooms and grave busters so that you don't get too many things in the final wave.
Yep.
But basically, yeah, that's the issue. Like, Danganronpa itself is a mixed bag in that sense. But, like, Eden's Garden, practically, like, the only character that doesn't have that over-reliance on FTEs are A, Damon, who is your protagonist, so you can't do FTEs with him, and
yeah,
B, Eva, who a majority of characterization you get before she's going to die. So you don't really get that much out of them. So that is one of the biggest issues I had, the over-reliance on FTEs and the fact that certain characters, you don't get to know the most about them because of that.
Yeah, I like, for example, hey, Isaac.
Yeah.
Tell me literally anything you know about the what's the guy with the helmet?
Jet?
Yeah, tell me anything you know about him. Tell me everything you know about him.
He's a drag racer. He's sort of like associated with Mark, I guess. He's kind of chill.
See, I feel like that just kind of proved your point right there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, when you get to know Jet and his FTEs, you see that Jet isn't exactly the nicest guy. He's actually kind of a bit of a dick. The way he treats Damon. But it's really interesting because this is a side you don't get. Like, he's a happy-go-lucky mood maker, and that's a very interesting aspect of his character. But the fact is, you don't get to see that unless you're doing FTEs. So if you're playing FTEs... So if you're someone who plays FTEs and does the main story compared to someone who doesn't do FTEs and does the main story, you're getting almost an entirely different character. And that's like one of the biggest issues I have with Eden's Garden. Also, it's my second issue is it's a bit of a complicated one, it's something I haven't seen a lot of people talk about. Basically, it's how it's how long things can feel. Like, it's a long chapter. That trial was still like 4 hours. I needed to spend an entire afternoon getting through that thing. And the fact that chapter was as long as it was, and still, you didn't get that much insight into certain characters. I know that it's just the first chapter, we're setting the ground rules, the first murder and everything, so, everything needs to be set up, and I completely get that. But it's also the fact that you have so many moments to deepen your relationships with these characters and, feel how the characters would feel given the circumstances, and you don't because, well, you don't know them. Like, Diana's whole thing at the end of the chapter with her speech and her saying that she would have been there for Eva, on one hand, I think it's done very well because you never really get to see that. It's not like she tried all that hard. But on the other hand, it's like...
It just makes it feel like she's getting... It just feels like they're just kind of setting her up for eventual failure by the time...
Yeah, exactly. It's either that or, like, you didn't get to see any of that in Chapter 1, so it doesn't feel too genuine. It's like, oh... yeah, I guess. It's that kind of scenario.
Yeah.
It's absolutely an issue that it has. But basically, that, for example, I think Eva... how it sets it up, I think Eva's relationship with Damon is very interesting. The fact that they both thought they had a confidant, since they were typically people that went against the grain, but the second it was against their interest, they immediately turned on each other, and that's a very interesting thing. But the fact is that that doesn't get explored that much. Like, you have it in the trial, and of course I think it's explored great there. Ooh, Whack-A-Zombie is so good. But before the trial, you have like one moment where they give each other which person's blackmail they got, but that's about it. That's like all they go into that. So you have these scenarios where the characters are talking about emotional things, but like, what have you done to earn it? For example, certain scenes go on for very long, when you could have shaved off a bit of that time. Like, I'm sure you could have shaved off about like an hour, maybe 2 hours off of that trial, and use it for more daily life. And I know this is an issue in the Danganronpa community where people are going, oh, daily life is too long, I want to see the murderers and shit like that. And that's
I'm thinking, I definitely wouldn't say 2 hours. Maybe an hour, or I feel like more like a half an hour. Maybe not even like an hour, but that's just me though.
It's just an issue with the Danganronpa formula. Certain trials, like, I'd say it's because of reading comprehension, but certain times you just have these characters talking and talking and talking, going over the same points over
Don't
and over
remind
again.
me. That was literally like the last 3 trials of SDRA too.
Yeah.
God,
exactly.
those things went on forever.
Dude, every time
yeah.
I always get a headache from the 6th one. Because like I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but it's so long. Why is it over there? It's so long and it's so fucking overcomplicated of what's trying to do. Oh my god. And sorry, I'm locked in. And yeah,
Don't worry about it.
it just ends up being like so fucking. I'm just lost
Simple.
in the plot, bro. Opposite of simple.
But yeah, basically, it's that sense of repetition that comes into it. And it's like, oh my god, I get it. You don't have to say the same thing again. You're going in circles. And I know it's realistic that the inexperienced people in a trial would be acting like this. But it's like, come on, man. So I'd say that it's simultaneously too long and not long enough. Certain parts drag on when certain other parts should be expanded. Now, obviously, I'm not saying I need a 2-hour scene going into Ingrid's psychology. No. What I mean, most of all, is basically, you know, like, when Eva and Damon don't feel that close. So they don't. So when that final moment came in the trial,
You say
it
that.
felt good,
You say
but it
that,
didn't
but I
feel
have
that
seen a
good.
lot. You say that, but I have seen a lot of like, to put it bluntly, like trans Eva X Damon art. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I get it.
Um,
But dude, you have to understand, people can make a mountain out of a molehill. You need to remember that.
Yeah.
There are so many cases where two characters who literally never talk or have any interactions get shipped just because of
trust me,
2 lines of dialogue.
I make Blue Lock content on TikTok, and the amount of like ship stuff I've seen, oh wait, how far are you in Blue Lock? God, I know Isaac doesn't care about spoilers.
Like chapter 275 or something?
Are
I
you in the
haven't read in a good while. Neo Eagleist League. Yeah, they're.
Okay. What match in the Neo Eagles League?
I know they've already played by Bastard Munson. Which other matches do they have?
First one was versus FC Barcha. The second one was versus Manchan. The third one was versus Ubers, and the fourth one was versus PXG. Did you get to the Barcha match?
I am on the PSG match.
Okay, good. There's like, for example, I've seen people ship Ness and Isagi. Like they barely talk like at all. Like after he messed up his lefty shot. Well, after Ness tried to mess up his lefty shot in the Ubers game, I genuinely think Isaac, Isagi and Ness don't talk until like near the tail end of the PXG game.
And also, if you remember, Ness fucking hates Isagi.
Yeah. I seen Bunny. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You didn't get that far. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. But yeah, like it's one thing. Like it's one thing to like ship a character like Kaizen and Isagi. They are very much intertwined. But
or even in Eden's Garden case, I could even though I'm not a big shipper myself, I can see people shipping Damon and Kai.
Like it's very much set up that they're very close people. But like with Eva, it doesn't feel justified because like the only part of conversation they have where they get to connect is the one where they share other people's secrets. So on one hand, it's very interesting that you have this aspect to them. On the other one, it's like you had one deep conversation and you're getting this intense in a trial. Like I get it, it's a murder trial, but it doesn't feel earned.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's like my biggest issue with Eva. The fact, like in the end, like I think her character is done well with the ending. Like I don't want to contradict myself, but the fact that Eva in the end is someone who couldn't be understood by her peers, you know, it kind of reinforces her relationship with everybody else. The fact that she was unable to make such a connection with the others, it kind of feeds into the mentality she made, like, you know, like an Ouroboros. It's a self-fulfilling paradox. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, but you know, and it doesn't really help that this is kind of like entirely her fault because she chose out of everything. I don't think she doesn't want to be called the mathlete, but like calling yourself the ultimate law, you are setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, she was. It's the prophecy thing I was talking about. She set herself up to get screwed over, and well, she screwed herself over because of it. You know, it was the consequence of her actions. So, in that sense, I completely understand it. Like, it feels like I'm contradicting myself, but
No, you're fine.
I still have that concern. Like, for example, the fact that in the prologue, Damon and Wolfgang are set up as such opposites to each other, but the only time they have a one-on-one interaction in the entirety of Chapter 1 is, like, in their FTEs. Like, everything else is just group settings. It feels like you don't even get to know
Yeah,
this
but I
conflict
feel
between
like
them.
in those group settings, the conversation is dominated mostly by Wolfgang and Damon. So it's still kind of like when they remember when they were trying to when they first split up and everyone's like, should we take? No, it was specifically Wolfgang was like, do we want to trust them? And he's talking about Damon and Eve. I feel like that still kind of counts as conflict.
That obviously does count, but I was referring more as one-on-one conflict. Like,
Does it need to be one on one though?
uh,
Like I
because
said,
Wolfgang, no, it's
that
because
whole
Wolfgang's
scene.
character is defined by his relationship with others. Wolfgang, with the others around, like, even if he's subtle about it, Wolfgang it is clear that he has a disdain for Damon. So being able to see a relationship between the two of them, aside from Wolfgang, you know, trying to put on a happy face of a leader while everyone else is around, you know, it's very interesting. I want to see how Wolfgang would interact with Demon on a one-on-one scenario. It's this capacity to know multiple sides of a character that makes it so interesting. And it's the fact
I
that you
I
never
I
get that.
I feel like he would actually act pretty much the same. I don't think he would. He doesn't seem like the one to switch up if it's just them talking. If I'm gonna be
Obviously, I'm
honest.
not saying like a 180 personality
No,
switch.
no, 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 no. Not even then. Even if he was like if he like turned up the dickishness, I feel like he would act pretty much the like same way in private unless he was like pushed hard from Damon. I don't think Damon would do that.
But it's like mostly an issue of conversation. How these characters confront each other, how they're able to speak to each other on a one-on-one scenario. It's these sorts of things that make it so interesting. And it's the
Yeah.
fact that we never get to know like who Wolfgang is as a person because he is always putting up the image of who he should be. So when everyone's talking about like, oh, he wouldn't have done this, he wouldn't have done that, it's like none of you knew him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is true. That's
Yeah.
true. I don't know the dude.
Exactly. It feels like this emotional weight that's supposed to be in this situation, it kind of doesn't feel earned because you really never got that much with him. Like, how many days was Eden's Gardens chapter 1? Like 2, 3 days, like 3 or
Yeah,
4 days,
yeah,
right?
3 to 4 days, I feel like.
No. It was like it was at least 5. I want to say a week.
Like a
Because
prologue is
the
obviously just 1 day, and I
yeah,
only
because
remember
I,
like 2
I
scenes of Kai and Damon sleeping together, and one scene of
then
Damon in his own room. So I think it was like 4 days in total.
no, because you got to think about the FTEs too.
Yeah, but the FTEs don't pass days. The FTEs is in the same day because they have those scenes of them waking up in the morning and then going to bed at night.
I thought they were separate days. Like you do 2 or 3, then you go to. Where the were separate days?
The FTEs don't switch days. It's on the same
Oh,
day, and they don't add days because of it. Like the FTEs are at most like the chapter is at most 4 days. I'm sure of it.
oh okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I still think it was. Yeah, it'd be at least 5 days, right?
I
I feel like it was
think
at least
so.
5.
Shit. Wait, no. I remember I looked up the wiki. Let me check maybe how many days go by. No. Next day, next morning, next morning. So obviously you have the end of And so I think it's around 4 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's around 4 days. But yeah, basically going back to that previous point, it's you never get the opportunity to Isaac Hypnoshroom the screen door.
The screen
The
door's
screen
fine.
door.
See?
No. I mean, you use Hypnoshroom to get those zombies on your side. Basically, by the time it eats it, the entire screen door is almost still at full health. That way, it'll get rid of zombies that get onto you.
Yeah, he's right.
I know that, but like there was nothing behind him, so and also I'm fucking dead for this guy now.
Right.
Correct. Fine.
It's about timing, Isaac. It's about timing. You screwed yourself over, man. But yeah, basically, previous point. So I feel like certain things could have been explored more in depth, but they just weren't. I'm sure you can cut down a lot of fluff. Like, I'm not saying that the story just has to be, oh, this character's motivations and this character's motivations and this thing.
Yeah, just plot point.
No.
Plot point.
Yeah, absolutely. A story like that is boring. Like, I think a story absolutely needs to have a little bit of fluff, to make sure that you have interesting things to see, interesting things to do. More moments when you don't see the characters involved in the main story. That's absolutely something something interesting. But it's kind of that issue where you kind of try to get into these characters, but oh wait, we're out of time. Sorry.
Yeah.
Chapter's over. So that's like those are my two biggest issues. The over-reliance on FTEs and the mismanagement of time, I call it. The fact that you're unable to get into certain characters because of time, because certain scenes are longer than they should be. It's that kind of thing. When it comes to anything else, no, I think those are my only complaints with the chapter. I think that the music, the art direction, animation, voice acting, those things in the chapter are absolutely stellar. That's something I really did like about the chapter. Those are mainly those were my issues regarding the writing. Like obviously, my favorite character is Jet Dawson. Of course, I'd want more Jet Dawson scenes. But that's not always going to happen because, well, he's not the focus during this chapter. And I get that. I'm sure he'll have his time in the sun eventually. It's just that kind of issue. You get me?
No, yeah, I told you. Sorry. I totally get. I need water. I totally get what you mean.
I'm drinking water myself, dude. I don't know how much of a long-winded rant that was, but I'm a bit of a talker. What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're
more
fine.
bathrooms. More bathrooms.
More bathroom.
What about you, Isaac? What writing decisions do you like or dislike?
Isaac, hey, give him a hypnoshroom. Ah, fuck,
Yeah,
you
no,
didn't
I'm
have the sun for it.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Now, Disco Zombie, bring me backup dancers.
Waiter, bring me more dancers.
But yeah, Isaac, any issues that you have with the chapter itself? That's it.
As far as like as far as the formula goes, I don't really have anything issue with it. I don't know. I still hold up to the whole. I think the Eva just like crashing out over the fact that her talent is fucking math thing or whatever. I know Diz will probably get maybe saying I would be like it too, but at the same time, there is a lot worse shit that you can be in ultimate war.
No, what are you talking about? I agree with you. I know it's hard to critique something that's done on purpose. Obviously, I know her being called a liar was done on purpose, obviously. But I just feel like calling yourself the ultimate liar is really dumb.
Like, I get that Eva is supposed to be in over her head, but also, this is a character who's canonically supposed to be very smart. It's her thing, the fact that she is smart, as opposed to her ability to, rationalize or speaks fit in social situations. It's just really, it's just kind of contradictory when you see this character try to be so tough and everything, and it's just you're contradicting your entire like concept. Like you couldn't have come up with something else.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like a lot of her decisions, pretty much all her decisions that aren't tied directly to the murder were kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said it. I know we weren't recording. I'll say it one more time. I think the actual like setup for the murder was really, like, the murder itself was like really great. I'll give her that.
Yeah, the setup was good. One thing I also found a little silly is like that whole Wolfgang X, what was the fuck was it, Grace thing? Like I'm just like, oh, and you were talking about this earlier, oh, Wolfgang wouldn't do this, Wolfgang won't do that. It's like, bro, why the fuck are you this much of a simp over this guy? You've known him for like 5 days max.
Okay, I want to disagree with you on that one, because Grace is, I'd say canonically, the only character who does get that privilege. It's the fact that she's so close to Wolfgang that, I mean, those are the two characters that canonically had sex. Obviously, she'd be the one saying that. Like, she's the only one who would get to say that. Like, out of everyone, she should be the one to say that.
I mean, yeah, I agree. It's funny, but I'm just...
Wait, Isaac, I want to reiterate your point real quick.
Okay, let me pause for a sec so I can actually like lock in on what I'm saying a little bit. Basically, I feel like Grace and Wolfgang like either having sex, and then Grace just getting like overly defensive over her to the point that she comes across as suspicious in the trial, because I know we were all like suspecting her at one point just because she was like defending his room. Obviously it was because of the whole like clothes thing, but we did see that. And just, it's the fact that this took place in only 5 days. I'm sorry, that feels extremely fucking rushed in my opinion.
Hey. All because you haven't had sex with someone within 5 days of meeting them doesn't mean that no one else will.
What, are you saying that you had sex with someone and that you've met 5 days in?
No, of course not. But I'm not saying
okay,
all because I don't doesn't mean it doesn't happen at all. But I'll agree with you with the whole guarding the room thing is stupid. Everything else, obviously, they were banking, so she's gonna get attached one way or another. So everything besides that didn't.
No. I definitely do agree that she would be attached if she got to the point that they start having sex. All I'm saying is I feel like all of this is happening way too early. Like, this feels like something that would happen late game instead of like fucking chapter 1. That's literally my only complaint. But yeah.
Hey, maybe they're horny consenting adults. Again, all because you get no play doesn't mean no one else does. maybe simple. Hey, I like you. You like me. There's a lot of tension in this murder game. Let's do it. And he was like, okay. Then boom. I wouldn't say it's rushed.
The fucking cunning linguistics line, it is more than implied. It is writing on the goddamn wall that those two were fucking.
Yeah, no, and I do. And again, I think that the fact that they added that in is absolutely funny. Because, like, honestly, I am surprised it's took in like any sort of anger and or like anything this long, because I do think that you're being locked up in an area, you're going to get pent up, to say, put it lightly. So yeah, it's sort of natural for teenagers to do that.
And these are young adults, not even teenagers.
Exactly.
Like, these are at minimum like 20 years old. The only one that isn't 20 years old is the 14-year-old, and obviously they're not including her in that.
Yeah. I still think it's fucking stupid that there's like, oh yeah, we have all these adults. Oh yeah, we also have this fucking 14-year-old there.
Because whenever I say something about it, you guys just think I'm being horny for horny's sake. No, it's just stupid. that there's a 14-year-old. When we find out that 26-year-old killed the 14-year-old, it's just so stupid. I swear.
Or even worse,
Honestly-
26-year-old killed by a 14-year-old. Like, bro.
Like, honestly, I'm just slightly interested in why the 14-year-old. Like, you're
Yeah.
telling me that out of all Ultimates, like, it's one thing if it was, like, a varying ranges. Like, if you had a 60-year-old and a 30-year-old and a 10-year-old and whatever, like, I get it. But it's the fact that she's the only one of that age range that I think it's set up for something. Like, maybe she's related to the mastermind or something. It's just very odd that she's the odd one out.
Yeah.
It's either that or she's lying about
Question.
being 14.
Question. Is there like an you were talking about that? How far apart is like the age gap of like everyone besides Toshiko? Like everyone, like
I
say
think the
everyone's
oldest-
20, like some people are 18, the oldest is like 23 or something like that. Like,
So as far as I can remember, Wolfgang was the oldest at like 22,
okay.
and I don't think anyone goes under 20. Maybe someone is 18, but it's very. I think it's very much between 18 and
22.
22.
Okay.
Like Toshiko's the only outlier. That much is certain.
Okay, so everyone's Gen Z and Toshiko's Gen Alpha. Gotcha.
Plants vs. Zombies 2025. Who would have done?
Clearly Clearly
No,
Nintendo.
Fuck you.
No, it's not now being.
Aw, man.
Did you kick Mel out?
No, I didn't.
I meant Diz.
No, he also left.
Diz.
I think he got mad.
Karma. Oh man. I'm gonna put heat here because I'm a little annoyed about that fucking graveyard, bro.
Gravestone, yeah. I mean, an interesting thing that they do in 2 is the fact that gravestones as grid items can be destroyed.
Oh, you mean
What?
this guy? I could have shot this one.
Yeah, by damage. It means that they can be used as defense for the zombies, which is very interesting, but also I think it kind of ruins Gravebuster's niche.
Yeah, I agree. I do like the whole graveyard thing. I just wish, like, bro, keep it on your half, bro.
No, it's supposed to be an encroaching of zombie territory. It's supposed to be a fight for space. Isaac, for the love of God, if you don't keep putting down puff shrooms, I am traveling to fucking Iowa or wherever the fuck you live and putting down those puff shrooms myself.
It's okay.
Isaac, it's cheap, it's free, and it has a fast recharge. The only thing you need to do is spam puff shrooms and then replace them when you get the more expensive alternatives. Like the fact that you have not finished planting sun shrooms, and the fact that you have not planted a single fucking scary shroom is pissing me off.
I build it up. Well, what's it?
Wait, turn up that music. This is gone. Isaac?
You know, it's really based when you can bond with your mom about Pokemon Sleep of all things.
Your mom downloaded Pokemon Sleep.
Yeah. My mom initially wanted like some sort of sleep tracker of her own. But like evidently I recommend her Pokemon Sleep, although Sleep doesn't necessarily work as a sleep tracker necessarily. But she still found it like entertaining to say the least, or at least decent.
A fun novelty.
Yeah.
Finally, some strategy. Took you long enough, pal.
Yeah.
Now,
I
where
usually
that Grave Buster is, put another Puffs room. Isaac, you're going to get overwhelmed. Keep putting down Puffs rooms. As far as the lawn can see. I wake up, Puffs room. I go to sleep, Puffs room. I look at my child, Puffs room.
Oh man.
And now with the second row of Puffs rooms down, you can start replacing the first one with Fumes rooms since you have the money for it. See, Isaac, it's all about strategy. For example, on the bottom row, replace that first Puffs room with a Fumes room. And now you don't have to worry about the screen door taking bites out of the second Puffs room. See what I'm talking about, man?
Yeah. I can just
I'm puffing
get
it.
that.
I'm puffing it.
There we go.
Good.
Yes. Perfect. All right, now it's just watch the chaos unfold.
Isaac, the Fumes rooms.
The fusions are fine, Elbrick.
No, you need to replace the first lane of Puffs rooms with more Fumes. Isaac, if that entire goddamn lawn isn't full by the next 2 minutes. It's this attitude that gets you screwed over. You need as much damage as you can. Always. Always.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is not what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, it was.
No, I said the first row.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about my hypno mushroom. It's okay,
No,
it worked out. It worked out.
They keep getting bites out of those Puff rooms, Isaac. Something really bad is going to happen to you,
It's okay, they're
Isaac.
free. They're free. Oh my god! Oh yeah, okay. It's we're at this round. All right.
If you want to make space, you can just start using Doom Shrooms at the end of the lawn.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you see that screen door that's getting close to your Puff room? Just Doom Shroom that motherfucker.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, I thought they did the whole map. You know what? It's fine.
It's like a 5x5 radius, I think?
I honestly did not know that.
Like, obviously the craters are going to be a problem, and there goes your scaredy shrooms.
It's all good.
Like, the crater goes away eventually. You can just play around it.
Yeah.
You just always have to be placing stuff down so the conveyor keeps sending stuff. If the conveyor's full, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
I always forget what the name of these of the level theme is called. Like I remember, like World 1 is Grass Walk and Loon Boon as a special level theme. And then you have Moongrains, Watery Graves, Rigor Mormist, and Graze the Roof. And then you have Ultimate Battle as the Zomboss theme. But I can't ever remember what the 10 levels are called. Choose your seeds. No. Zengarden, no. Ultimate Bat. Cerebral. Is it Cerebral? I'm not sure. No, it's not Cerebral. That's the one for minigames. No, Brainiac Maniac is the one for Zomboss. Cerebral is this one. I'm sure of it. Yes, Ultimate Battle.
Cool, lily pad.
Lilypad.
Lily pad.
Welcome to the team, buddy. Alright, I think I gotta head off for the night. Yeah, you can keep playing if you want.
Yeah, yes. I'll see how far I go.
But remember, you can't play Moon and Forest without me, alright, buddy?
Alright. I shall play until then. Alright. See you, man.